You're listening to Inside Insight, the podcast that dives into the latest innovations and strategies in manufacturing, distribution, and Dynamics 365 Business Central. Brought to you by InsightWorks, this show features our hosts, Ryan and Emma, as they bring you expert conversations, industry insights, and practical advice to help you stay ahead in this constantly evolving world.
All right, so today we're diving deep into logistics.
So fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, I think.
Okay.
We're looking at a company called Punt-uit.
Okay.
They're based in the Netherlands.
Okay.
And they handle a truly massive volume of e-commerce orders.
Wow.
Like we're talking over 500,000 sales orders every year.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. And that translates to something like 3 million individual items to ship.
Wow.
Every single year.
I can't even imagine.
So imagine if you had to manage all of that by hand.
Oh, it would be a disaster.
Right. It would be pure chaos.
Yeah, like trying to conduct an orchestra with everybody playing a different song.
That's
at the
right.
same time.
And, that's the problem that Punt-uit was facing.
Okay.
They were relying on Business Central's pick worksheet.
Uh-huh.
And for those who may not be familiar,
Great.
that's essentially just a list that tells warehouse workers what items to pick and pack for each order.
Right. Makes sense.
So it works fine for smaller operations.
Yeah.
When you have a more manageable volume,
Right.
but when you're dealing with the kind of volume that Punt-uit had,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes incredibly inefficient and prone to errors.
Yeah, you can imagine.
It's like trying to coordinate the delivery of 3 million packages using just handwritten notes.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it would be a nightmare.
A logistical nightmare.
Absolutely.
So they knew they needed to find a way to streamline their operations
Right.
and gain better control over their massive inventory.
Yeah.
That's where InsightWorks and their Order Fulfillment Worksheet app came in.
Okay, so a new software.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Right.
This app is specifically designed to enhance Business Central
Mm-hmm.
and, give it the muscle it needs to handle high-volume e-commerce.
Okay.
So you can think of it like an upgrade
Right.
that automates those key processes,
Right.
like prioritizing orders,
Yeah,
allocating inventory,
Right.
tracking
that
shipments.
makes sense.
So instead of relying on manual input and spreadsheets,
Right.
Punt-uit could manage all these complex processes automatically,
Okay.
right from within their familiar Business Central environment.
Got it.
But let's get into the specifics.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest pain points that they were facing before implementing this solution?
So before this new software, they were really struggling. Well, aside from, managing something like 750,000 active sales lines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at any given time.
That's a lot.
Their inventory allocation process was a huge bottleneck. So they had to sort through over 800,000 demand records and millions of supply records every single day just to figure out which items they could actually ship.
So it's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, exactly. It's like searching through a library with millions of books just to find the few you need.
Right. And I bet that led to delays and errors
Oh, absolutely.
and probably some frustrated customers as well.
Yeah, definitely. Not only were they struggling to keep up with the current demand,
Right.
but they were also worried about, scalability.
Of course.
They needed a system that could grow with them as their business expanded.
Right. Because if you're already dealing with that kind of volume,
Exactly.
you need to be able to handle even more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do they even begin to tackle this problem?
Well, it's actually pretty interesting.
Okay.
Punt-uit found the Order Fulfillment Worksheet app directly on AppSource,
Okay.
which is Microsoft's online marketplace.
Right. Kind of like an app store for Business Central.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it was as easy as finding the app and clicking install.
So no lengthy installations or complex configurations.
Nope. It was pretty straightforward.
That's amazing. It sounds almost too good to be true.
I know, right?
Were there any hiccups during the implementation?
Well, there are always some adjustments needed,
Sure.
when you're implementing new software.
Of course.
But InsightWorks took a very collaborative approach.
Okay.
They worked really closely with Punt-uit gathering feedback and refining the app to really fit their specific needs.
So it wasn't just a one-size-fits-all solution.
No, not at all. They really tailored it.
That's great.
Yeah. And you know what's really cool?
What's that?
They actually used Punt-uit's input to improve the app's performance and scalability,
Oh, wow.
which ultimately benefited all the users.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like turning a customer's unique challenges into an opportunity to make the product even better.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
But let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
Did this app actually deliver?
It did.
Okay.
And in some pretty remarkable ways.
All right, I'm all ears.
First, it gave Punt-uit the flexibility they desperately needed.
Okay.
They were no longer bound to processing these large batches of orders.
Right.
They could now manage smaller batches more frequently, allowing them to adapt to changes and customer requests much faster.
So they could be more responsive to their customers' needs.
Exactly.
That's a big win in the fast-paced world of e-commerce.
Absolutely. Speed and agility are key.
Exactly. And remember their concerns about scalability.
Oh, yeah.
The app addressed that head-on.
It did.
As Punt-uit grows.
Right.
The system can effortlessly handle the increased volume.
Yeah, no problems.
No more bottlenecks or system crashes as they expand.
Exactly. It's built to scale.
That's fantastic. But it's not just about handling more orders, right? The automation that this app brought has significantly reduced manual tasks.
It has.
Which in turn has led to a huge reduction in errors.
Yeah, much less room for human error now.
That makes perfect sense. The more manual processes you have, the higher the chance for mistakes.
Exactly. You're removing that human element.
And fewer errors mean happier customers.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious, what were some of the quantifiable results they saw?
Well, while we don't have specific numbers,
Right.
the impact was undeniable.
Got it.
Bert Kutstra, who is Punt-uit's ICT manager,
Okay.
described the Order Fulfillment Worksheet as transformative.
So it wasn't just a minor improvement,
Yeah.
it was a game changer.
It was a complete game changer for them.
That's incredible.
Yeah, he actually went on to say, and I quote,
Yes.
implementing the Order Fulfillment Worksheet has transformed how we manage our fulfillment operations.
Those are strong words.
Yeah, he was very impressed.
And rightfully so, it sounds like.
Yeah, he highlighted the app's role in enabling them to manage, their large volume of sales lines efficiently and meet customer demands with increased speed and accuracy.
So it's like a trifecta of benefits.
It is.
Increased efficiency, improved customer satisfaction,
Yeah.
and a system that can scale as they grow.
They hit all the marks.
That's amazing.
It is.
That's a powerful testament to the impact this app had on their business.
Absolutely. It really turned things around for them.
But beyond the numbers and the testimonials,
Right.
what does Punt-uit's story tell us about the broader landscape of technology and business?
Well, I think what's really fascinating here is that Punt-uit didn't reinvent the wheel.
Okay.
They were already using Business Central, which is a solid system.
Yeah.
What they did was find a tool that enhanced its capabilities and addressed their specific pain points.
So it's not always about finding a completely new system.
Right.
Sometimes it's about finding the right tools to optimize what you already have.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that's a valuable lesson for anyone.
It is.
Whether you're running a large e-commerce business or just trying to streamline your own personal workflow.
Absolutely. Finding the right tools can make all the difference.
It's about identifying your specific challenges.
Right.
And finding solutions that are tailored to your unique needs.
Precisely. There's no one-size-fits-all solution.
And Punt-uit's story is a great example of how the right technology implemented strategically can transform a business.
Absolutely. It's a powerful case study.
And for our listeners, it's a reminder that there are powerful tools out there that can help you take control of complex processes and achieve your goals.
Exactly. You just have to find the right ones.
But beyond the technology itself, what really stood out to me was the collaborative approach that InsightWorks took.
Absolutely.
Their willingness to work so closely with Punt-uit to listen to their feedback and to incorporate it into their product development is really commendable.
It is. It shows a real commitment to customer success.
Which is so refreshing to see.
It is. You don't always see that level of dedication.
And it also highlights the power of collaboration.
Absolutely.
By working together, InsightWorks and Punt-uit were able to create a solution that was far more effective than either party could have achieved on their own.
Exactly. It was a true partnership.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that they found this app on AppSource.
Yeah.
It really is kind of like an app store for Business Central.
It is.
It's such a far cry from how things used to be.
I know, right?
With, complicated software installations and expensive consultants.
It used to be a whole ordeal.
It really did.
But now it's so much simpler.
It is.
AppSource has really changed the game.
It has. It's revolutionized the way businesses find and implement software.
Yeah, it's so much more accessible now.
It is. It really is like browsing for an app on your phone.
Exactly.
You just find what you need. You click install.
And boom, you're good to go.
And it just integrates seamlessly.
Yeah, no more headaches.
I love it.
It's great.
So instead of spending months on implementation and configuration,
right,
businesses can get up and running with new solutions much faster.
absolutely. Time is money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's a huge advantage in today's, fast-paced world.
Huge advantage. You got to be able to adapt quickly.
You do. And Punt-uit's story is a perfect example of that.
It is.
They had a very specific challenge.
All right.
They found a targeted solution, and they implemented it so smoothly.
Yeah, minimal disruption to their operations.
And the results were fantastic.
They were increased efficiency, improved customer satisfaction.
And a system that's ready to scale.
Couldn't ask for more.
It's amazing.
It is. It's a testament to, finding those targeted solutions.
Right, and to the way business software is evolving.
Exactly. It's a whole new world out there.
There is, and there are so many great tools available.
So many just waiting to be discovered.
That's a great point to end on.
It is.
So to our listeners, we encourage you to keep exploring.
Yeah, stay curious.
Stay curious and never underestimate the power of the right tool.
Absolutely.
To transform your business or even your life.
Well said.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
And until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep learning. Keep growing.